Hi everyone, welcome back to the Integration Cloud online course. In this lecture, we are going to cover scheduled parameters. What are the scheduled parameters and how to create it? Scheduled parameter values for submit now and scheduled run. I will let you know the difference between the submit now and scheduled run values. Maintain last run date in the schedule integration. I will create a demo where I will show you how to maintain the last run date for the scheduled integration. Override scheduled parameters, how to override scheduled parameters, and how to call scheduled integration from Postman. A scheduled integration allows us to create and update scalar type scheduled parameter. Whenever you create a scheduled integration, you have an option to create the parameter at the scheduled level, and the parameters which you create at the scheduled level are available across scheduled run for the particular integration, and they can be overridden by the downstream actions like assign. So if you have a requirement to maintain a variable in the scheduled integration and which are accessible throughout all the runs of that particular integration, then scheduled parameters can be created. Up to 5 parameters can be created in a scheduled integration run. So let me just take an example here where you need to create the scheduled parameters. If you have created a scheduled integration, from where, and in this integration you wanted to get the data from a upstream application like database and wanted to push this data to the downstream application. Every time this integration runs, you only wanted to get the delta data, means the updated data from the last run date to the current date. Then in that case you have to maintain a date of the last integration run. So in that case, you can maintain that last run date in the scheduled integration with the help of scheduled parameter, and you can use this parameter value to get the delta data or updated data from your upstream application. So this is one of the use cases which you can use, which you can achieve with the help of this scheduled parameters. I will show you how to make this happen. Scheduled parameter values for submit now and scheduled run. So basically the scheduled parameter values are totally different for the submit now and the scheduled run. So whenever you create a schedule integration, you schedule it, which is called schedule run. And whenever you have an option to submit your integration on an ad hoc basis, which is called submit now. And the parameter values of submit now and scheduled runs are not shareable by default. So scheduled parameters values for submit now and start schedule use cases are not shared. Whenever you create a scheduled parameter in your schedule integration and you wanted to submit this on an ad hoc basis using the submit now option, you will get a dialog box where you will see the different options like the parameter name, what is the parameter name you have created, what will be the default value, what is the current value, and then you can override the values in this input box, and the column name is new value. So here you can see the checkbox. If you click this checkbox, that this checkbox will allow us to share values between submit now and then start schedule. So if user define new scheduled parameter values as part of the submit now operation, it will be saved and shown as the current value for all subsequent submit now operation. It will not impact the saved parameter values to the start schedule. I will show you. So let's get started and I will show you how to create the scheduled parameters, how to override this value. So let's get started and I will share my screen. Okay, so here let's just try to create a scheduled integration. Okay, and then select. Learning scheduled integration, and then click on a create button. Now my scheduled integration has been created. How to create a scheduled parameter? So just click on this and then click on this edit. So here on this pencil icon, you can see edit scheduled parameters. Click on this edit and this will allow you to create the parameter, and that is called scheduled parameters. Here you can see add at least one named variable, maximum 5 variables can be added. Click on a plus button and here just give a name as last run date. You have to give the default value. Let's try to give a blank value here. You can give the default value as per your requirement. So I have given the blank and then close. If you will not give any value, if you will not give any value here, it will add out. So it is mandatory to give a default value. Just close. Now you have created this parameter, the schedule parameter. So here, what I will do, I will use this assign activity and will assign some values here. So here, reassign and then click on a create button. So using this assign activity, I will create a new variable, click on this plus button and here new value. Okay. And then just use this edit expression and here I will assign this last run date and then just simply refresh this. So here in this new variable, I have assigned the last run date. And now click on a plus button and here I will reassign my last run date. So this is how you can reassign parameter values as well. Last run date I have just selected from a drop down and here just added this and here I will say start time. Start time will hold the start time of the integration and then close. Validate and then close. Now what will happen when my first time the integration run? It will take the value of the last run date and initially it is blank, and in the reassign activity this will be executed and new value will have the blank value. After that I have updated last run date with the start time and then last run date will have the start time of the integration run. Okay, now the first instance will be completed. Once the integration, this scheduled integration will run second time, now new value will have the last run date and this last run date will have the previous date and time. And then I am modifying this last run date with the start time of the second run. Similarly, once this will run third time, the new value will have the previous last run date and this last run date will have the current start time of this integration. I will show you. Validate and then close. So this last run date can be used to fetch the delta data from your upstream application. Let me just save this integration. Okay, so let me just enable the tracking parameter and here just enable the start time. Save your integration and then close. Start your integration and then activate. Now your integration has been started. Just refresh this. Just click on this and then click on submit now. So once you click on a submit now, another screen will be opened, and here, and this only will be visible if you have defined the schedule parameter. Here you can see I have defined one last run date, the default value, the blank, there is no current value, and the new value. Simply click on a submit. Now I have submitted the integration. Let me just open another screen. Let me just go here, monitoring, integration, and then tracking. And then you just click on this view details and then click on this reassign message received. Let it be open. Here you can see the new value was assigned blank and variable last run date was assigned 2028-31-10-16. You can hover on this and you can see the start time of this integration is 10-16 and it has the 10-16-48. You can compare, which means last run date variable has been updated with this particular value and the new value will have this. Okay, let's wait and let's try to submit it again. Go back here, click on this and then again try to click on a submit now. Now this time you can see last run date is having the value 10-16-48, which is the last date and time of the integration run. Here you can see 10-16-48. 10-16-48. Now if you wanted to override the value, you simply can give a value here. So this is how you can override the parameter value. So you can use this and then give it here. I will show you this later. Now again submit now. This integration has been submitted. Go back and then refresh this. Okay, let's try to open this. Try to refresh. Now this time you will see the new var has the values 10-16-48 and this is the last run. 10 19, just hold on. Oh, so basically this was the earlier one, 10-16. 10-16-48. If you open this and you can see 10-16-48 has been assigned to the new value and this last run date has been updated to 10-19-3, which is the current time of this scheduled integration. Now this new value can be used to get the delta data of your application. Let me just try to hit one more time. Submit now, and this time you will see the different value. Here you can see 10-19-3. Just submit it again. Refresh this. Here you can see this got a hit, and now just open this. Here you can see the new var will have the 10-19, which is the last date and time of the last integration run, and last run date has been updated with the current date and time. So this is how you can maintain the last run date time in the schedule integration, and it will be available through the all instances of the same integration. Now, if you wanted to override the value, how you can do this? Just click on this and then submit now. Now just copy this value and then try to change it. Let's say 29. Okay, and then submit. Here, just refresh this. So this is only for ad hoc runs, right? Sometimes you need to run your schedule integration on an ad hoc basis if something goes wrong. So, and you want it to run from the different date. If you click on a message, here you can see the new var will have the 29, right? And now last run date has been modified to the current date and time, 10:22. So this is how you can override the scheduled parameter values. Now let's see. Let me just try to schedule this integration, add schedule. And then here, say hours and then 10 minutes. And here you can say more when schedule is start, okay? And then save. Now this integration will run in every 10 minutes. Go back and then simply start, confirm. Now here you can see the default value and then current value not here, because the submit now values and then scheduled values are totally different and they are not shareable. Just click on a start schedule, which means the default value will be this one and the current value will be, there is no current value as of now because this is the first time I will then schedule this integration. Let's wait and then we'll show you the current value will be blank for the first time. So in meanwhile, I will show you how to run the scheduled integration from the Postman. For this, you need to take the endpoint of this. Go to the integration, click here, and then click on this URL. So this is the URL which will be used to run the integration from Postman. So let me just open the Postman. So I have just opened the Postman and pasted the scheduled integration link till jobs, and now this should be the post, and here you just add the basic authentication from here. Okay, I have demo user, and under this body just select this row and then JSON. So how you need to pass the body, so that will accept the array, and the array will be like parameters and then name of your scheduled parameter name. This will be scheduled parameter name and then value. Okay, let's just try to send, and the response will be 204 no content. Let's go back and we'll show you. Okay, go to the monitoring, integration, and then tracking. Just now go here and then open this message, and here you can say 11/8/29, which we have sent from the Postman. You can just have a look here. You can say you send this 11/8/2019. 11/8/2009. So this is how you can override parameters and you can call schedule integration from outside of the integration cloud. So let's wait for this integration to run, and then I will show you the parameters values are not shareable between submit now and then scheduled runs. Let's wait. So the integration will run in a minute, and then we will show you the value should not be the same as we have seen in the submit now. So here you can see the new value is having this value like 11th of August 2019, and this time the new value will have the blank value when this integration will be fired in this schedule. Just now, let's see, not now. Okay, so the integration has been executed. Now let's just try to refresh here and then go here, and now go to the message, and here you can see this time the new value will have the blank value. And now the last run date has been updated to 10:34:07, which is the current time of this integration run, right? So which means the values of submit now and the scheduled start are not shareable. If you wanted to share the values, what you can do is go back here and then submit now. If you click on this run as part of the schedule, click on this run as part of the schedule, then this value will be updated for the next run of the schedule, and then submit now. Now the integration has been submitted. If you go back here, now this time we'll have the value 10:34 10:34:07 10:34:07. Now the value has been shared between the submit now values and then start schedule, and once the start schedule will run, it will take this value and then will work accordingly. So this is how you can create scheduled parameters, override it, share values between submit now values and then start schedule, and this is how you can call the schedule integration from Postman or from different client. That's all for this video. Thanks. Bye bye.